going on YouTube? This is Russell, Amber Russell. Subscribe to the show at the top, thumbs up the video, leave a comment at the bottom. Make sure you guys watch previous videos and save some way out for you guys in the future. So, last night the 2011 BET Hip Hop Awards were on, and, you know, there was quite a few things that were off about it. Like, they had Heavy D close the show. I was talking to my friend about it. She was like, it was horrible. And, I was listening to a radio station, and they were saying that, they should just stop doing it. I feel as though if you're going to have a award show and all the big name people are not going to show up to the awards, it's like, what's the point? And that's what they were saying on the radio station. Because Lil Wayne, I know, was nominated for like 18 awards, and he won quite a few of them, and he was not there at all. And so it's like, what's the point of nominating someone this many times if they're not even going to show up? And what's the point of even having the awards if all the big name people are not going to be there, as said by the radio station? Because Jay-Z wasn't there, Kanye West wasn't there, Nicki, Drake, Wayne, like all the heavyweights and all the people that were drawing audiences were not there. Even Chris Brown, who won probably 3 awards, was not there. Busta Rhymes had to go up and collect his award for Look At Me Now stuff. So, I say when award shows have people nominated and they don't even show up to attend the awards. But, one thing that the people on the radio station were saying, maybe we should just have the cypher part once every couple of months a year. How about this? Why don't BET call Big Tigger up and have him come back to do the, what's that show? In the Basement. Rap City in the Basement, and have Big Tigger. Don't have some random other dude. Have Big Tigger come back and do the Rap City in the Basement where he has new hip-hop artists come through. They freestyle, they spit a little something every once in a while. Maybe have a couple of people come through. Have it be an hour-long show that comes on about 4 o'clock every single day throughout the week, and maybe replay on the weekends. Because, I mean, BET plays nothing else but Everybody Hates Chris, reruns of Girlfriends, reruns of The Game, reruns of this show, reruns of that show. We don't need to see these old TV shows all the time. Pretty soon these shows get played out really soon, so it's almost pointless to even have those shows get played, because I remember the Wayans brothers and Martin when it first came on MTV2. I haven't seen the Wayans brothers since BET played it out. And now I was so excited to see Martin. They had the marathon every single day, and then all of a sudden it got boring. So BET, put something else in that time spot. Bring back music videos. I know you guys are owned by Viacom, who owns MTV, who took all the music videos away, but bring back Rap City in the Basement. We see VH1 brought back Pop-Up Video. Why don't you guys bring back Rap City in the Basement with Big Tigger? The 2011 American Music Awards nominations came out, and people were nominated. Katy Perry is nominated for Artist of the Year, as well as Adele, Gaga, Wayne, and Taylor Swift. First of all, I hate how they only have 3 people per nominations, only based on sales. I think that there should be something else to figure out who should be nominated for each category. Best Hip Hop, Wayne, Nicki, Kanye West. I think Wayne's probably going to win that because it's a fan vote, or maybe Nicki Minaj. Best Rap Album, Wayne, Nicki, Watch the Throne. Probably Wayne or Nicki. I mean, maybe Jay-Z fans and Kanye West fans could go out and vote. But, I mean, their fan bases are 2 different types of people, and I don't think Wayne fans and Nicki fans are as old as Jay-Z and Kanye West fans, who don't really care about these kind of awards. Best R&B, male is Usher, Chris Brown, and Trey Songz. I'm thinking that they only put Usher there because they had no one else to fill in that spot. I think Chris Brown's going to take that. Best female R&B, Beyonce, Kelly, Rihanna. I think Beyonce might take that. I don't really see Rihanna being too much of an R&B artist. I see R&B influence in her music, but 9 times out of 10 of all her singles that come out, they're not R&B at all. So I'm getting tired of seeing people put her in that category when she's dance pop. She's also nominated for Best R&B Album, as well as Chris Brown and Beyonce. I think Beyonce should take that for Best Album. I think Beyonce should take for Best Female. I think Chris should get for Best Male. I think for Best New Hip Hop Artist, it should go Wiz Khalifa, not Laugh My Ass Off, LMFAO, or whatever their name is. They're not even hip hop, they just happen to rap. I hate when people consider someone hip hop if they just are rappers. It's not the same thing. Best New R&B, Miguel and Marsha Ambrosio. I guess Miguel should take this since Marsha was already in the band. Best Adult Contemporary, Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, and Adele. Adele's going to obviously take this. Adele's going to probably win Artist of the Year, which also is nominated with Gaga, Katy Perry, Wayne, and Taylor Swift. Best Pop Band is LMFAO, One Republic, Maroon 5. I think, who knows who's going to take that home, because none of these people are really that big right now. Maybe Maroon 5, just because the song that they have on the radio right now might draw people to want to go vote for them. But I mean, LMFAO also had a big hit with this summer with that Every Day I'm Shuffling song. Best Latin Artist, Pitbull, J-Lo, Enrique Iglesias. I think Pitbull might take this. I mean, it's a fan vote once again, so never know with that. Best Pop Album is Adele, Rihanna, Gaga. I think it should be between Gaga and Adele. Again, Rihanna, I don't think she's right quite there for having the best theme album. I think maybe Adele might take it home. But I mean, again, it's about fan votes, and Gaga has more fans Gaga has more die-hard fans than Adele does. But I hate seeing Rihanna in both categories for Best R&B Album and Best Pop Album, because it's only really R&B pop album. I mean, if you look at her statistically on the charts, she's not doing too hot on the R&B side as well as she's doing on the pop side. So that's what I don't get. That's my predictions. You guys let me know what you guys think. Beyonce's Countdown video, I did a review for that. I thought it was a really good video, but then now we find out that she was copying. I remember I said this quite a while back, saying that she was copying. Her fans were like, no, blah, 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 you're a hater, this, that, and the third. But this is undeniably that she's copying. And she's saying that she's bringing influence from these other art forms, but influence is when you see something, you take it and put it into your own point of view, not do the same exact thing. Now, I'm not gonna put full blame on Beyonce, because the director and the people around there should say, hey, let's change it up a little bit. Let's do something a little different instead of doing the same exact thing that's being done in this video, you know? So, I do blame them for that, but Beyonce, you need to really take control of your career and stop doing what other people already done and stop being inspired. I mean, she has countless videos that have been, you know, original. For instance, Deja Vu, Me, Myself, and I, the whole idea of it going backwards and in reverse mode. Crazy in Love, Baby Boy, which is not that exciting though. But Grade You, the one with her and Shakira, and If I Was a Boy, and Run the World, the video itself was original. It was really performed well by her inside the video, though the song wasn't that great. I think she has quite a few original ideas, but she's really relying too much on being influenced by other people, and her fans want to say, oh, she does it better than the original. That doesn't change the fact that you're still copying. I mean, the 2011 American Music Awards, she copied that from that award show and from the fashion show over in Paris. Again, maybe if she had changed it a little bit and had the same idea of the screen or whatever, but the fact that she used almost 90% of the same images that this other person did is kind of crazy. I mean, half the stuff that she used wasn't even referenced for the song. So she did do an excellent job with the choreography, yes. She's amazing with the choreography and performing it and redoing what other people already done. But it's just, she could have used a little bit more of her own imagination and say, I got inspired by the whole screen thing, but I'm going to put Beyonce in it. But what she did was, I'm going to put a little bit of Beyonce in it, but I'm going to really just copy the same exact thing, copy and paste that, and just made the graphics just look a little different, have a more African feel to it than with rougher edges than the smoother edges that were in the fashion show, whatever. Her 2007 BET Awards, when she did Get Me By, the whole bodysuit, that was already done by Kylie Minogue. Some people say that her Ring the Alarm performance was a copy of Britney Spears' 2004 performance of Me Against the Music. Really need to get it together and start doing Beyonce and stop doing what everyone else is doing. other Beyonce news, they're saying that she's faking her pregnancy. I don't think she's faking her pregnancy, but I do think that she should stop with the padding. I do think she's exaggerating her pregnancy as far as, the extra padding and stuff. In other news, Drake said that he feels as though what Lil Wayne did with the album sales was iconic and was iconic status, and he was like, both Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj are both iconic because they're characters and people look up to them and people dress like them and get tattoos like Lil Wayne wouldn't dress like them and get their hair done like Nicki and all sorts of stuff. But to me, when you think of someone who's iconic, album sales are a portion or just a fraction of what to be iconic is. I think that word is overused as well as the word hater, as well as epic and a flop. I mean, he's using iconic for someone who had a very mediocre album. I mean, it sold really well, yes. The sales, I guess you could say that he's iconic for having such iconic sales twice. I mean, how many other people do you know sold almost 1 million one week and then sold 1 million another week for 2 different albums? Not a lot of people. But then again, there's also the accusations that maybe Birdman bought the album, whatever. You have to look at the other way, whereas there was no talent behind that album. It was, not that great. And so, like, words like a flop, I think people like to use that too much. And what is a flop? Is it when you don't do as well as expected? Should we write you off if you don't do as well the first time around as you did the first time around? Should we write you off if you flop because of one album, just say you suck forever? I mean, are we going to call someone fat because they're fat for 5 months or for 1 year out of their whole entire lives? I mean, let people slip. People gain weight. You can't talk about someone's, image if you don't even have your own image to be judged to begin with, Like, let's say someone's saying, oh, you ugly. Show me what you look like. Show me that you look better than me to call me ugly, Other words, epic. The word epic is used so much. I mean, how could every single thing Rihanna does be called epic? How could everything that Lady Gaga does be called epic? How could everything that XTina or Britney or J-Lo or Chris Brown, how could all these different things be called epic? I don't see how, just a random performance and just standing on a stage is epic, Let's call something epic when it's groundbreaking, when it's something new, when it's something innovative, and it's something, just brand new and fresh. Let's not call things epic when it's just the basic same old thing. I mean, how are we going to call a dance performance epic when the person isn't even singing live, they're not doing anything really special or anything new, they're just dancing on the stage. They're dancing well. Let's congratulate them for that. But why are we going to call a song epic if it's just as good as everything else that's on the radio, or if it's just the same as everything else on the radio? A legend. We're calling people legends and just handing out these awards, these titles rather, so quickly and so blatantly. How is someone going to be a legend after only being in the industry for 2 years? How is someone epic or someone a legend only based off of album sales when they're not bringing any creative ideas into their own work, when they are just doing what everyone else is telling them to do? That's not being epic. That's not being legendary. That's just being a puppet, really. Saying that a performance is epic and it's nothing new, it's nothing crazy love. That was VH1's #1 song of the decade. I feel as though the countdown would have been a little bit better if, there was actual music experts giving their critique on why songs were considered where they were and stuff like that, versus when they had, reality TV stars on there. I mean, it looks like they went for the cheap route and just got comedians that are always on their VH1 countdowns and, just people who are from VH1 TV shows. I feel as though that songs that were too high on the charts were some of Lady Gaga songs, some of Rihanna songs, well, Umbrella maybe, but there's too many songs that were too recent to be in the top 10 versus songs that came out, in the start of the decade, and they were nowhere close up to be in the front. But, it's a countdown. It doesn't mean anything too much. It's just someone else's opinion. And my opinion is this: I don't feel as though I feel like songs were missing from off this countdown. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I think Lady Marmalade should have been further up on the chart, on the list. I think that Baha Man, Who Let the Dogs Out, I mean, that song was epic as far as what it did with the culture. I mean, every single game you went to, any single arena you went to at that time, they always played Who Let the Dogs Out, but I don't remember them having that on the list. Just a couple of other stuff that was left off the list or just was further up that should have been incorporated closer to the top 10 versus being so far behind because it was released so many years ago. But I feel like when these charts are the best of the decade, when they're done so recently, people forget about those songs and only remember how the impact of these more recent songs are when they don't have that much of an impact as far as the overall generation goes. It's like a song that came out in 2009 is always going to have more impact of a song that came out in 2001 because we remember it more, but this song from 2001 could have been a much more bigger hit. But this is Russell of Amber Russell. Make sure you guys subscribe to the show at the top, thumbs up the video, leave a comment at the bottom. Watch previous videos and stay tuned what we have for you guys in the future.